Namaste yogis, and welcome to another session of yoga. Today's class is going to be quite fast-paced and also quite strong, with the main focus on the legs. So all the poses are accessible to all levels. However, there won't be as many detailed instructions as usual. So if you're very new to yoga, this might feel a bit fast-paced, but it will still be doable for you. You can just pause the video whenever you need to have a good look at the pose. All the poses are also accessible without any props. However, if it's in your practice or you know that the hamstrings are very tight, then you might want to keep yoga blocks handy, or maybe something like books if you don't have blocks at home. So gather everything you need and I will meet you back on your mat and we'll get going. We will jump right into the practice today, so you can stand up and come to the front of the mat. Feet are hip-width distance apart, and we're going to start with 2 sun salutations, just to wake up the whole body. Let us begin. Take an inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, step back with the right leg, then the left, coming into plank pose. So you can use the knees for support or come down in a straight line all the way to the floor. Inhale, roll shoulders back, crown of the head to the ceiling. Exhale, release, tuck the toes and move into downward facing dog. So this is the first down dog. As usual, do any intuitive movement here to wake up the body, walking out the hammies and maybe swaying the hips from side to side. Whatever feels good, no right or wrong. And then we'll just take a quick moment to settle into our down dog, finding a bit of stillness. Let's transition to the front. Take an inhale, reach the right leg up and step it in between the hands. Left foot to meet, coming into forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll do that again. If you landed somewhere in the center of the mat, just step to the front. And we inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold and step back. Left leg, then right, coming into plank. Make your way down to the floor. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Just 2 or 3 breaths here to settle in. My mat is full of dog hair now, thanks to my little Mirai, but it's fine. Good, we'll transition to the front again. So inhale, reach the left leg up. Exhale, step it in between the hands. Right foot to meet, coming into forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, arms overhead, and exhale, hands to heart center. Nice. From here, we're going to move into another salutation, and we're going to add all our poses into that salutation. So a nice compact practice for today. So we'll start with chair pose. You can bring the big toes to touch and the heels slightly apart. Take an inhale, sweep the hands up, tuck the tailbone under so you're nice and strong in the core and bend through the knees. And then we fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. You can either step or jump into Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take an inhale, reach the right leg up to the sky, and exhale, step it in between the hands. We're setting up for warrior one, so drop onto that left heel and inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Sink nice and low into that front knee, both hips facing forward. If you can't bring the hands to touch, just keep them apart next to the ears, that's fine. We'll transition into warrior two now, so open the hips to the side, arms extend out to the sides. And the gaze is over the front fingertips. From here we'll move into Trikonasana. So straighten out that front leg. Take an inhale, reach forward, and exhale, release the hand down. So either to the floor or stay lifted on the shin for support. And you want the torso to be aligned over that extended leg. And if it's accessible to you, you can look up to the left thumb. Let's take an inhale, come up and into extended side angle. Bend through the front knee. You can bring the right elbow to the right knee, or you can release the right hand to the outside of the right foot. And maybe here you want to grab hold of your block or your book. Otherwise, stay lifted on the knee. And we reach the left arm up and over to the ear. Keep opening the chest to the ceiling as much as you can. You take an inhale, come up, and let's swivel onto the toes of the left foot, hands to heart center. Keep bending through that right knee. We're going to inhale, and as we exhale, twist over to the right hand side, hooking the elbow to the right knee. And maybe it's accessible for you to slide that arm down to the shoulder and then drop the left hand to the outside of the right foot. And then you can reach that right arm up and over to the ear. Otherwise, just keep the hands at heart center and twist. Release the hand down to the floor and pretzel yourself and drop down onto the left knee. Good. Should feel it by now. Let's just go into our low lunge. So sink the hips nice and low. And then we reach the arms up next to the ears. Okay, and release the hands down. You can keep your blocks handy at this point if you need them. We're going into half split, so start straightening out through that right leg. Hands next to your side or on blocks. Take an inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. If you have to keep a micro bend in the knee, nothing wrong with it. From here we're going to move into Triyang Mukha Ekapada Paschimottanasana. I actually don't know the English name of it. Can you believe it? I just remember this very long and difficult Sanskrit name. But you can grab hold of a block here if you need it. I just need it because it puts a bit of pressure on my knee. So we're going to slide that right heel back and come to seated on the floor, sitting next to your left foot. Okay, so you want both glutes on the floor. So here I feel a bit of pressure on the knee, and I never like pressure on the knee. So that's why I like to sit my right glute down onto a block, and then I feel nice and stable. And that allows me to fold forward as well. So take an inhale and exhale, fold forward. If you feel like you're falling over to the right hand side, you can place the right hand on the floor as like a kickstand, and press yourself back to center as you fold forward. Nice. We'll release out. We'll move into pyramid pose from here. So just lift up again. You can have your blocks next to your side if you need them here. Slide that right foot back a little bit, about a foot length away from that left knee. Tuck the toes of the left foot under, and we straighten out both legs. Here you can use blocks or just onto the shin for support if you need it. Take an inhale, flatten out the back. Exhale, fold. Bend in the front knee is fine. You'll still get the stretch. From here, we're going to do 3 Shiva squats. So bend through that right knee, bring the hands out in front of you, and kick that left leg up. And then from here, we'll take an inhale. As we exhale, we're going to bring that left knee behind the right and start bending through the right knee as well, going into this squat. Then take an inhale again, reach that left leg up, straighten out the right leg. Exhale, bend through the standing leg, bring the left knee behind and reach it up. And last time, bend and squat and reach that leg up. And then just release the left foot down into a forward fold. Let's take a break and do a ragdoll pose. So the feet are a bit further than hip width distance apart. You can bend nicely through the knees. This is really to decompress the spine. I'm not too worried about the hammies. The hands can just relax onto the floor, or you can even clasp the elbows for a bit more weight. Just remember to keep the neck nice and relaxed as well. And if it feels good, you can sway from side to side. Imagine that you're creating space in between the vertebrae. If you had the elbows clasped, release the hands, keep the bend in the knees, and we roll up one vertebra at a time, all the way up to standing. Nice. We'll do that one more time on the other side. So step to the front of your mat. If you landed somewhere in the center, we're setting up for chair pose again. Big toes touching, heels apart. Take an inhale, sit nice and low, reach the arms up. Tuck the tailbone under. This will give you space to lift the upper body and to engage the core. Inhale here. And exhale, straighten out the legs, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, either step or hop into your half push-up. Inhale for upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take an inhale, reach the left leg up to the sky. And exhale, step it through in between the hands. Drop onto the right heel. And inhale, reach arms up, warrior one. Remember, both hips face forward. And we'll open into warrior two. Arms out to the side. Hips face the side wall. And we look over the front fingertips. From here, we move into Trikonasana. Straighten out that front leg. Take an inhale, reach forward, and exhale, release the hand down. Right arm reaches up. Take an inhale, come up, bend through that front knee, and the elbow can go onto the left knee, or you can reach the left hand to the outside of the left foot, and we bring the right arm to the ear. So you want to create a straight line from the heel to the fingertips. Keep opening the chest. As we inhale, we rise up, swivel onto the toes of that right foot, bring hands to heart center, keep that left knee nice and bent. We inhale, as we exhale, we twist over to the left, hook the elbow and draw the chest into a twist. So either staying here or maybe sliding that arm down to the shoulder and releasing the hand next to the foot and reach the left arm up and over. Lots going on in this pose. Just go as far as you can today. And we release out. Just come up and release the hands down. Drop the knee onto the mat. And we'll go into a nice deep low lunge first. So bringing the hands onto the thigh. And then reaching arms up overhead. Keep sinking low. Keep drawing the belly back. So you really feel it in the right hip flexor. Then release the hands down to the mat and straighten out the left leg. Coming into half splits. Again, use your props whenever you need to. Take an inhale, flatten out the back. Exhale, fold forward. Moving back into Triang Mukha again, I'm going to grab hold of my block and take it with me. Send that left heel back and come to seated next to the right foot. If you want to use your block, you can sit on top of the block on the left glute. Take an inhale, reach the arms up, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale. Come up, remove the block, and we'll move into our pyramid pose. So just lift out, bring that left foot in about a foot length away from the knee. Tuck the toes of the right foot and straighten out both legs. Inhale, flatten the back. Exhale, fold forward. Our last set of Shiva squats here, bend through the front knee, send the hands out in front of you, kick the right leg up, take an inhale, and exhale, bend through the standing knee, and bring the right knee behind the left knee. Good. Inhale, reach the right leg up, exhale, squat. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, squat. Last time, reach the leg up and then bring it down next to the left foot. Feet are about hip width distance apart. Let's do a nice deep forward fold here. You can choose how you want to go into it. So first, let's all inhale, flatten out the back, and exhale, fold forward. You might have your hands on blocks here. Your knees might be bent slightly. Maybe you want to grab hold of the toes, the big toes with the peace fingers, and use your arm strength to pull you deeper into the forward fold. Let's release, and we'll transition to the floor through Malasana, squat pose. So maybe you want to heel toe the feet apart a little bit so that the feet are just a bit further than hip width distance apart. The toes face the long sides of the mat, and we sit down and bring hands to heart center. So if you lift it up here, that's fine. If it's uncomfortable, you can always use your blocks to place it underneath the heels. We won't stay here for too long though. And with control, or not, however you get there, it's fine. We're going to release into seated. And let's just do a quick Navasana since we're here already. So the calves can be parallel to the mat. If you're feeling really strong today, maybe you want to straighten out the legs. Keep puffing the chest. I always get the shakes when I do this. That's fine. One more breath. Maybe you want to do half bow today, just because you're so strong. So release down, hover the back and the feet off the mat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Nice. We'll do supine twist now, just to get rid of any kinks we might have acquired during our practice today. So you can go ahead and hug both knees into your chest. So depending on how deep you want to go, you can either just keep the knees like this and drop them to the side, or you can extend that left leg out and bring it down to the mat. You can bring the right foot onto the left thigh, grab hold of the knee with the left hand, and gently guide it over to the left hand side. Both shoulders stay on the floor. And you can release that right arm out to the side. We'll just take 3 breaths here. Bring it back to center. Whichever variation you did, just hug both knees into your chest. Always good just to neutralize. And then either drop down to the right with both knees, or extend the right leg out in front of you to the mat and guide that left knee over to the right hand side. And we work toward bringing both shoulders to the floor. Nice deep twist. You can start to close your eyes here. And release out. And again, hug knees into chest. So at this point, I always like to encourage students to make any movement that intuitively feels good, even if it's not a yoga move. Just listening into your body. Maybe it wants to just rock from side to side, or go into a happy baby, or straighten it out. Whatever feels good, you can play around with it. And when you're ready, you can move into Shavasana. We'll just do a quick one. I know time is precious, but we did work quite a bit today, so we want to give the body time to just settle in. So the feet are about mat width distance apart, arms are next to your side, with a bit of space between the torso and the arms. The palms face up. We relax through the hips so that the feet fall out to the side naturally. And just return to your breath. And a nice way to easily calm down and help yourself to relax a little bit more is to just do equal breathing. So we're not forcing the breath too much today. You just want to count how long it takes for you to take an inhale, and then you want to match the exhale with the same amount of counts. So whatever it is for you, maybe it's 4, so then you inhale for 4 and exhale for 4. And you can just continue to do that and feel how it relaxes and soothes you. Now you're welcome to stay here as long as you want. Take as much time as you need. And you can continue with the equal breathing or just allow the breath to settle in. If you're ready to come out, you can start to move the toes and fingers just to wake up the body gently. Take an inhalation, reach the arms up overhead. Reach through the toes. Nice. And hug knees into chest. Make your way up to seated, however you get there. And keep the eyes closed. And bring hands to heart center. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be protected from inner and outer dangers. May you be healthy in body and mind. May you be happy and find true peace. Namaste. Thank you for joining again today. Well done. I'm proud of you. Be proud of yourself for showing up and doing the work, even if it didn't look perfect. I didn't look perfect either. It doesn't matter. All that matters is that you showed up and you put in the work and your body thanks you for it. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or evening, whatever the time is. Remember to go and head over to my channel if you're into personal development, to go and check out this week's personal development episode. Other than that, I will catch you in the next one. Bye.